It's my 28th birthday. So for this birthday, I decided to do a little solo day in the city, and just do some things that I have been putting off or meaning to do for a while, and do it on my own timeline. I figured my birthday is the perfect day to take off from work and do those things. At this point, I have been in New York for about a year and a half. I've really enjoyed it. I think Little Waverly would be so proud that I finally made the move out here. I really thought I was going to come out here for college, but ended up going to Hawaii instead, and then moved back to the Bay. Lived in San Francisco for 5 years, moved back to Oahu, and then moved here. So definitely a twisted way of getting here, but I think it worked out the way that it was meant to. Anybody who knows me in real life knows that I am definitely weird about my birthday. I definitely like a birthday blues gal. I feel clammy about wanting to plan something for my birthday and having everyone celebrate me and all the things. And to be honest, I don't really know where it started or what it stems from really, but it's been like that for a while now. My birthday also falls around a holiday, so I feel like that doesn't help, because then I feel like people want to spend that with their family and other friends, and I think I just get in my head about it and whatnot. But the funny thing is I love to celebrate other people's birthdays, so that's the whole thing. Embracing solitude has really felt essential to me as I've gotten older. I always noticed how drained I can feel after a long day of work, especially as someone who has a very people-facing 9 to 5, or even after some social events and whatnot. And it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm not having fun, but I really need the recharge of coming home to my own thoughts and feelings, which, sometimes good, sometimes bad. Watching a YouTube video and relaxing, that would always bring me back to the 100% that I needed. Many people will conflate spending time alone to being lonely, but I do think that there's a certain art to being alone without feeling that feeling. And the two don't have to go hand in hand. More times than not, I feel like I enjoy my alone time a little too much. Put on a good YouTube video, bundled up, I have a sweet treat, love it. Reading in the park alone and people watching, you got me. These are some of my favorite pastimes. It's always awkward doing it the first few times, just like with a lot of things. You think everyone's watching, you think it's weird for grabbing a meal by yourself, but in reality, I don't think anyone cares. And there's so much beauty in that, especially in a world that seems so quote-unquote connected virtually. And back to doing this solo day in New York, it's probably one of the top places I'd recommend a solo day or trip to, which might feel daunting to some, obviously, but there's always so many people around, whether they're local or tourists, so you never really actually feel alone. People are so go, 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 and could care less if you're shopping alone or taking photos of some New York classic thing, unless you're standing in the way. But don't get me wrong, I still can feel a type of way depending on the activity, but there is a lot of comfort in knowing you can do things on your own and trusting yourself. If I waited around for a friend for every activity I wanted to do, or new restaurant I wanted to try, or whatever it was, I'd miss out on a lot of things, and I'd just be waiting a lot. People are busy these days, and I think I could go on and on about this, but I've come to realize being alone isn't about isolation, and the secret to getting comfortable sitting alone and doing things by yourself is knowing that you're always in great company. Nobody wants to do the things you're interested in more than you are. And I think there's a lot of beauty in that. In a world with so much noise around, it's nice to embrace the little things like today, on my own time and in my own little world. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you feel a little inspired to take your own little solo day or solo moment, and maybe even in New York? Question mark, question mark, question mark? Okay, see y'all in the next one.